Hi everybody, happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Ours was really good. It was quiet but really good. Went for rides, went for ice cream. It was just a really nice chill weekend. So I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Today's video, guys, is going to be on the basics. Going back to basics, guys. It's Monday and we're going back to basics. I'm going to just do like a short tutorial for people that maybe have never done makeup before, maybe just starting out with makeup. So that's what this video is going to be. Now, I am going to do a giveaway with this video. In order to be entered into the giveaway, you will have to like this video, comment on this video, and I'm going to ask a couple of questions to let me know if you guys actually watched the video. So that will be the terms of the giveaway. Okay, you don't even have to share the video. I just need you to like, comment, and be able to answer my questions that I'm going to post at the end of the video on top of the video when it's posted to my Facebook page at Charlotte's Cosmetics and More on Facebook, which is probably where you're watching this now. So that's going to be the terms. So make sure that you watch the video, and if you answer correctly, I will enter you into the giveaway. Okay, and it's that simple. And I will also post a picture of the giveaway of what it's going to be. Okay, deal? Deal. All right, so first things first, guys, okay? There are many ways to put makeup on, okay? Some people like to use a beauty blender sponge, some like brushes, some use their hands. I mean, there's just various ways of applying makeup to your face. But before you do that, you should always go in with a primer. Now, it can be any primer. Hopefully you'll try ours out, but you definitely need a primer, okay? The reason you want a primer is because that primer is going to build a beautiful foundation for your skin, so that any foundation that goes on top of that makeup foundation, it's going to be a lot more flawless, a lot more smoother. The purpose of the primer, guys, is so that your makeup's not going to settle into those fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. So think of this as like your base, okay? This is your base. This is what you want to put on before anything else. Obviously, you want to do skincare. You want your skin to be in very good condition. You want it to be as healthy as it can be. You want it to be hydrated and moisturized. Now, ladies, if you have dry skin and you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, the reason why it's so important to hydrate your skin and moisturize it is because the moisture and the hydration is going to plump up your skin. The plumper your skin is, the more moisturized, the more those lines are going to be diminished looking, okay? Because the hydration plumps up your skin, which then in return kind of smooths out those wrinkles a little bit because you've hydrated your skin. It's plump, it's moist, it's good to go. So if you have dry skin, you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, hydrate, moisturize, okay? And then go in with a good primer. If you have really deep pores, if you have issues with acne or a lot of oil buildup in those pores, use a good detoxifying mask once a week. Use a good toner to end up getting all of that off your skin, okay? We have amazing masks. So masks are important. At least once a week, use a good detoxifying mask that's going to clean out those pores, or you can use a mask that's really good for dry skin that's going to add that moisture in. It's going to hydrate. So depending on your skin type, you're going to choose the mask accordingly. Does that make sense? And even if you have dry skin, it's still good to use a good peel off detoxifying mask because it's going to eliminate all that dry skin that's on the top, on that surface of your skin. It's going to get rid of all that. It's going to peel off all that dead skin, and it's going to make your skin a lot smoother. So even if you have dry skin, you should use a really good peel off mask and a scrub. Our aloe scrub is amazing, guys. You won't be sorry. It's not coarse, it's not harsh, but it will get rid of all those dry patches. It's going to eliminate all that dry surface skin. It's very mild, and it will make your skin feel absolutely amazing after you use it. So I'm going to do a video for you guys tomorrow on all the different skin types, different skincare routines that you can use, what our products are good for as far as our skincare products, and how to build a skincare regimen. So I'm going to do that this week for you guys, that video. But today, like I said, we're going to do the basics. So we're going to start off with primer. I am going with the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer. This is the one in the silver tube. We have a purple tube, which is our VFX Pro Strobe Primer. The strobe is really good for dry skin, and it's good if you want that luminosity to your skin. It's going to give you a beautiful, healthy, glowy, luminous look to your skin. Now, both of these can be used on any skin type. They both are going to help with filling in those fine lines and wrinkles, and they're both going to help to fill in pores. So it's a personal choice. If you want a more dewy, luminous look, use the strobe primer, which is this one. Okay, you're going to want to go with this. If you have dry skin, I recommend this one. But if you are looking for a more matte look, go with the silver one, okay? And a little goes a long way, guys. You really don't need a whole lot. You're going to put like a pea size on your finger. Go in, dot it, especially on the areas that you really feel you have like pores, those wrinkles. Like for me, I have those big, really deep forehead wrinkles. So I really concentrate my primer on these areas. And then I concentrate all over in here, my nose, and then I'll bring it down onto the rest of my face. And this has a really silky, velvety feel to it. And you can put it on your eyelids. Now, our company is Pharmacy, guys, and we are based out of Turkey, so we do follow all European standards. Why that's so important is because European standards are a lot stricter than the United States. We ban over 1,300 ingredients / chemicals that the United States still allows in their products. So the guidelines are a lot stricter. They have to meet much stricter regulations when they're putting out a product. So that's a big advantage for us with Pharmacy. The products are just really good. They're good quality. They're healthier for you. They're just really good products. And it only takes 26 seconds for anything to absorb into your skin. So just keep that in mind when you are picking out products, especially skincare and makeup products. 26 seconds, guys, it is absorbed into your skin. So you want to be mindful of what you are putting on your face, your body. I mean, nobody wants to ingest, like you wouldn't ingest something like a chemical. You wouldn't just drink a chemical, right? So kind of keep that in mind. It's the same thing. It's getting into your pores. It's getting into your bloodstream. So you want to be very mindful of the stuff that you're putting on your face. And you can feel really good about our products. So, and it's great if you're like a teen just starting out with makeup. It's a really good choice to go with. Okay, so next up, foundation. Okay, this is where it gets very overwhelming for a lot of people because there are so many types of foundation on the market. made for all skin types. There's so many colors to choose from. They all do something different. They all promise you something different. So it gets very, very overwhelming. And if you're someone who's just starting out with makeup, or you're younger and you haven't had any experience with makeup, it can get really overwhelming. So let me quickly kind of just go over a few things with you. Now, Pharmacy has quite a few foundations, okay? We have, let me start off with the lightest. This is our BeFit Tinted Moisturizer. This is exactly what it says. It's a moisturizer that has been tinted to help give you a more even look to your skin. It's not going to give you medium or full coverage by any means. It is buildable to a light coverage, I feel. But it's mainly just like if you're going to go work out at the gym, you're going to go to the beach, or you're just going to go run a couple of errands, you don't want a full face of makeup, this is really good. It is sweat proof, it's smudge proof, it's water resistant. It's a great line for summer and for very active people. So this would be the first step. If you are afraid of foundation or you're not used to foundation, this might be a really good choice for you, especially if you have dry skin, because it has that built-in moisturizer. So if you are right at the very base, no experience with makeup at all, and you're nervous about trying foundation, or you don't want to look like you have a lot of makeup or a lot of foundation on, this might be a really good choice for you. So this is the BeFit Tinted Moisturizer. There's several shades you can pick from. It's kind of like the light, medium, and medium to dark. So if you are very fair to light skin, go with light. If you're like me, I use the medium. And then if you have darker skin, then you would go with the dark. Okay, so that would be my first choice. Now the next step up from that would be our BB cream. And also we have light, light to medium, medium to dark, so on and so forth. So this is a beauty balm, okay? So what this is gonna do is this is gonna be a step up from this. So you're gonna get light to medium coverage, because it is buildable depending on what shade you go with. And it's just that, it's a beauty balm. It's just going to give you a nice hydrated feel to your skin. It's going to even out any skin tone issues that you have. It's going to give your skin a more polished look to it, okay? And again, it's very hydrating, so it's really good for dry skin. And it's going to give you that light coverage. So it's not going to look like you're wearing anything. Your skin's just going to look really pretty and flawless. And again, it's buildable. So that's like step 2, level 2, not step. So level 1, level 2. Now level 3 would be the CC cream. And again, it goes by shades: light, light to medium, medium, dark, so on and so forth. So this is a color correcting cream, okay? So now the difference between this and this is going to give you more coverage. You can do a light to medium coverage with this. But now this is a color correcting cream. So if you have redness, if you have unevenness, if you have rosacea, this is going to be what you'd want to use, because this is going to even out that redness. It's going to even out the ruddiness to your skin, and it is a little bit thicker. It's long lasting, and it is going to be the next step before you get into a full coverage foundation. So CC cream, thicker than BB cream, color correcting, third level. Okay, so third level. Then if you want a full coverage foundation, then you can go in with our liquid serum, which is great for dry skin. Our VFX Pro Camera Ready Foundation, which gives you a flawless look to your skin. It's good for all skin types. We have our Stay Matte, which is excellent if you have more oily skin. It dries down to a matte finish. It lasts all day. It will not budge. You do not have to even set it with powder. We have a Patta cream, which it comes in a compact, like a round compact. It's a thicker cream foundation. We have what else do we have? VFX, what else did I say? Liquid serum. So we have a ton of foundation, guys, okay? And those are the more full coverage foundations. So you could go with one of those. But if you have dry skin, definitely liquid serum. If you have oilier skin, Stay Matte, and an all-around, across-the-board VFX Camera Ready Pro Foundation. Definitely. And you can always go onto the website and just browse through all the foundations that we have and pick the one that you think is going to work best for you. So with that said, today I am going to go in with the BB, okay? Because it's a little bit that one step up from the B-Fit, and I do want you to see the payoff that you get with this. Now, you can apply this with a brush, a sponge, or your hands. I do have brushes that I use and to go on and do it, but the majority of the time I do use a damp beauty blender. And the reason I do that is because I have very dry skin, and I just find that this is adding moisture as I put that foundation on. This is adding extra moisture to my skin. And for me, that's what I like. I like a more dewy look, a more luminous look. So this helps me to achieve that, but it's totally up to you. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do one side with the brush. I'm going to do one side with the sponge to show you the difference. Now with a brush, you do have to keep in mind that with a brush, you do tend to get brush stroke marks. So usually what you can do is you can go in with the brush, put it on, and then if you see a lot of strokes, you can go in with that beauty blender and just go in and pounce it, and that will eliminate those brush strokes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit onto my brush. And a little goes a long way, guys. If you're not looking for like heavy coverage, like I said, this is buildable. But if you just want a light coverage, you don't have to go in with a whole lot of product. So what you would do is tap that on, and then you're going to take your brush and you're going to start to blend that in. And the other reason I really like the Beauty Blender is because I'm very messy with foundation. So I tend to get it in my hairline, which you can already see I did. So I really tend to make a mess. So when I really just like having the Beauty Blender. I just find that the sponge just blends out everything so much nicer. And I just kind of put it on, and then I'll start to go in with the brush and start spreading it out. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have covered your entire face, obviously, with your foundation, whatever foundation you pick. You want to bring that down all the way down your neck, okay? And the reason for that is there's usually a difference between the color of your neck and your face. Your face usually tends to be lighter than the rest of your body. So you do want to blend that. The other reason being is you don't want a line showing of where you stopped with your foundation. If you were to stop right here, you're going to see when you turn, you'll see a line of where that foundation stopped, especially if you're going in with a darker color. And then this is all going to be a different color. You're just going to see this big streak of foundation where it stops. So that is why you want to go in and really blend out that jawline and bring it all the way down. Now, some people even will go in and do their ears if they have their hair up so that their ears will match their face. So that's something you can do if you wanted. And this, guys, just for reference, this is a complexion blender brush, and it's a Real Techniques brush. You can get this at any Target or Walmart, I believe, or you can get it from Ulta, Amazon, whichever. Okay, so let me just look in my mirror. Okay, so as you can see, now I'm going in and I'm pulling that up into my hairline so that it doesn't sit right there. And then what I'll go do after is I'll go in with that damp beauty blender and I will make sure that that's all blended so that when you're out in the light, you're not gonna see like this terrible patches of foundation. So I'll take that damp beauty blender now and I just go into the hairline and I go up, making sure that it's all blended. Okay, because like I said, I am a messy when it comes to that. So now all that's blended, okay? So that's what it looks like with the brush, guys, okay? And you can see this was just one coat of that CC cream. And you can see, okay, the huge difference that that made in my face. And this is just the BB cream. So when you look at this side now, you can see that a lot of my hyperpigmentation has been covered. Those sunspots have been covered. The redness has gone way down. Like you do not notice that ruddiness or the redness as much on my face when compared to this side. You can see my sunspots. You can see all the redness. You can see the unevenness to my skin on this side. You see all these little varicose veins. You know, you see that, a little freckle, and then all this redness here you see, okay, compared to this side. So obviously, I mean, this side looks so much better already, and we're just using the BB cream. So now to show you what it would be like with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to just put some on my face, bring it down, and that's a little too much. Don't need all that. Okay. Put the cap on. It's bubbling over. All right, now with the Beauty Blender, what I do is I start to go in and I start to just pounce that foundation into my skin. You want to make sure you're getting those little crooks of your nose. And then I bring it down. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I have a lot of redness under my chin because I had a scab there and I picked it and now it's all red. So don't pick your scabs, people. Don't pick your scabs. It's not good. Okay, I'm gonna go in and just make sure that's all blended into my hairline. And like I said, this is totally up to you what method you use. You will get the same results. You're gonna get the same results that you would get with a brush or a sponge. Now, what I will say is because I use a damp sponge, when I'm using a sponge, I have to go in and add a little bit more to this area of my face. Now, if you use the brush, you don't have to. But because this is wet, it doesn't deposit as much product. So I do have to go in and add a little bit more. So you can see, I think you can see like those couple of freckles still. You can still see that freckle and you can still see some of the unevenness to my skin. So with the Beauty Blender, what you would have to do is if you want to have more coverage like that side, you're going to want to go in and add more just to the area that needs it, okay? So I would highly recommend that you get the brush and a sponge and try doing both to see what you like better, okay? That is my suggestion to you, would be to do that. So you can see the difference between what the brush can do and what the sponge can do. Now you can see already on camera, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to pick it up. This side already looks a lot more dewy and a lot more luminous than this side. This side definitely looks more matte. Okay, now hopefully that will pick up on camera, but it definitely does. This side is definitely more dewier looking, but again, you can see that you still see some of my imperfections peeking out on this side because again, we used a damp beauty blender. So if you want the more full coverage, go in with a brush and that will give you more coverage. Now, if I was to come on this side and use the brush, it's going to cover up a lot better. But it's preference. Like I said, it's just preference. It's whatever you want to use. Okay? So, now we have foundation on. Now what you need to do is you need to set your eyelids because you don't want your eyelids to crease when you go to put on your eyeshadow. So, first off, I'm going to say, if you can, invest in a couple of our pharmacy brushes. They're $6.90. They're double-ended. You can use them for multiple things. Highlight, eyeshadow. You use this for contouring, eyeshadow. They're just really good and they're very, very soft. So get yourself a couple of these, okay? And take this end and you want to go in with a powder, a setting powder. I'm going to use our pressed powder in neutral medium, which is number 3. And I'm going to use that to set my eyes. Now, I do not set my face with powder, but you can. And you just use a nice big fluffy brush and you set your whole entire face. But right now we're just setting our eyelids. So you're going to take this, you're going to go into that powder and you are just setting that foundation. Okay? Simple, easy peasy. Okay, so now you have your eyes set. They're not going to crease up on you. They're ready now for eyeshadow. Now you can use a primer. We do sell an eyeshadow primer, but if you're setting your eyes with a nice powder, you should not need to use a primer, but you most certainly can. So for today's look, what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with the Face Sculpting palette. And the reason I picked 2 palettes is because that way, if you guys are looking to purchase, this will give you a full face without having to purchase a lot of products all at once. So this is our Face Sculpting palette. It gives you 3 beautiful shades. They're neutral brown shades with a very light highlighting, almost like a highlight. It's just going to brighten up the area. So you're going to have these 3 shades. Now these can be used to highlight, contour, and bronze your skin up, okay? But it also can be used as an eyeshadow palette. So you're going to get several ways that you can use this. So eyeshadow, contour, bronzer, highlight, all in one palette. So this is an awesome, awesome palette to get, especially if you're someone who's starting out and you want to learn how to contour, things like that. This will be a really good palette, and you can start with a very neutral eye look so that as you get more comfortable, you can start adding in more colors and trying out newer looks and more intense, more complicated looks as the time goes on. So, but if you want to just start out simple, I suggest something like this because like I said, you're going to make a really pretty eye look. It's very neutral, it's very plain, very simple, but very beautiful, if that makes sense. So simple can be beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the darkest shade and we're going to put that in our crease. Okay, so we're going in with the littler end. With putting that on into that product, and then you're going to tap off. This is going to make sure you don't have a lot of fallout when you're doing your eyeshadow. So you want to tap off, and now you're going to go into the crease. You're going to follow that natural crease of your eyelid. Now, if you have hooded eyes or you don't have a lot of crease space, what you do is you're going to go to where your lid is, and you're going to take your brush and you're going to create a curve right above your eyelid. That's going to create a crease for you, okay? You're going to go right above the lid. So can you see that? All right. Now, most people have like a a decent crease, but not everybody does. Like, I don't have a lot of lid space, but I do have a very deep crease line in my eye, but I don't have a lot of lid space. So, like I said, you take it, you go in the crease, and then you bring your brush up a little bit, and that's going to give the illusion of a crease, and it's also going to give the illusion of a much wider eyelid. It's going to create the illusion that you have more space there on your eyelid. So what you do is you're going to go in with window wiper motion, and you can also drag it and like go into like little circular motions as you're going across, and that also helps to blend. So you're going to put that in the crease. Okay? So that's the difference already with just the crease. Done. Okay? So now you're going to go into that same color, tap off, and you're going to go and do the same thing on the other eye. And again, I'm bringing it right above where my eyelid is. Bringing it up just a little bit and creating that illusion. And if you mess up, it's fine. Just wash it off, start again. You will definitely get the hang of it. And there are no rules to makeup, okay? I'm going to be really honest about that. There's no rules, guys. You don't have to do it any certain way. You do it the way that you want to, what makes you most comfortable, the way you like it. The only rules that I say that there really are in makeup is good skincare and blending. That's really a must. But everything else, it's personal preference. Some people like eyeshadow, some people don't. Some people just throw on eyeliner. Some people just wear mascara. Some people don't like to contour and highlight. They just throw a little blush on. Some people don't like foundation. I mean, you can do a full face and not have to use every single product in the book. It's not necessary. You can get a beautiful finished look to your skin without using tons of products. You can have a beautiful look with just our Be Fit Tinted Moisturizer, some mascara, and some lip gloss. I mean, that would be beautiful. Okay, so now we have both eyes, our creases done. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go on the lid. Now for that, you can go in with a smaller brush. So whatever other brush you want to use. I usually go in with a more flat brush, okay, just flat. And I will use that to do my lids. So this is just one from e.l.f. It's nothing fancy. I'm going to go into that middle shade. And I'm going to tap off, and I'm going to just put that on the lid. And this color is a little bit lighter than that crease color. So it's going to give you a little bit of a definition between the crease and the lid. But not so much that it's going to look like you have nothing at all on your lid. You're going to definitely know that there's color on your lid. And again, this is just a really simple, easy look. You can't really mess it up. It's pretty much impossible to mess it up, honestly. Okay, so our lids are done. Okay, easy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take another brush, any one that you want. Let me grab this one. This is just a fluffy little brush. And now I'm going to go into this color, and I am going to put some of that on my brush. Again, I'm going to tap off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in right below the brow, okay? You're going to take that right there, right under your brow bone. I mean your eyebrow, because this is your brow bone, right under your brow. And what this is going to do is it's going to add a little bit of lightness to the eye, and it almost acts like a highlight to the top of your eye. And see, that just brightens it up a little bit. Okay, so we used this to do our whole eye. Now what you're going to do is, if you want to put something underneath, let's say you just want a little bit of something underneath, now you're going to go in with a small brush. And let me see, which one do I want to use? I'm going to go in with this small little, it's another tiny little flat brush. And I'm going to go back into the middle shade, to this shade. And I am going to bring that underneath my eye. Again, I'm tapping off. And I'm just bringing that underneath just to connect. You're going to start here and bring it over and just connect it there. Now you could go in with a darker color or a brighter color if you wanted to add a pop of color, or you could go in with a liquid eyeliner or a pencil eyeliner and line your lower lash that way. But because I'm trying to do this with using as least products as possible, so you can just shop for a full face with a few items, we're going to just continue to use the palette. All right, so we drag that underneath the lash line just a little bit. It's just going to be enough just to have something there. Now, at this point, you can go in with your mascara. You can go in with your brows. I do not do my brows, so I'm not going to show you how to do that because honestly, I'm not good at it. I don't do well at it, and I don't like it on me. I don't like my brows being filled in. I just rather have them natural, always have. So I'm not going to do that for you guys. I'll let you look at someone else for that. But now you could do your mascara, or at this point now, you could go in and contour this part of your nose a little bit, which I'm going to show you how you can do that if you just want to do a little bit. So what you want to do is you could go in again with our double-ended brush, go in again with this middle color, and you want to take it and you just want to very lightly go on the sides of your nose. And what that does is it just gives the appearance that your nose is a little bit thinner. And what I usually do is I will bring it right up to the inner part of my eye. And again, this is preference. I don't normally do this very often at all, but it's just to give you an idea of what else you could do. Okay. And then I just bring it across the tip of my nose. And it just, honestly, it just kind of thins out your nose a little bit. So then what I do is I take the big fluffy brush, and then I just go in and I make sure that that line is not harsh on either side. You don't want it to be this big brown line on each side of your nose because that's not attractive. Okay? Then also, if you wanted to, you could come in and go underneath your lip, and that will also give the appearance of a fuller lip, because it almost gives the appearance that there's a deeper, like a deeper indent there, which will bring out your lip a little bit more. And then again, blend out. Okay? So now what we can do is we're going to go into our 3-in-1 palette. Okay, this is a beautiful palette. Again, guys, $18.90. You can use this in many, many ways. It's a great starter palette. You get a blush, a highlight, and a bronzer contour color. All three can be used as eyeshadows. This can be used as a highlight on your shoulders, your décolletage, anything. It can be used as an inner corner highlight. This can be used as eyeshadow and blush. This can be used eyeshadow as contour. So you get multiple uses out of this one palette. So between this and this, you've got your whole face covered, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as our blush color. So we're going to go in, we're going to take that double-ended brush, we're going to tap off, we're going to do just the apples of our cheeks, okay? So that's where you're going to start. So you're going to smile, okay? And you're going to place that blush right there. Now you can go as dark as you want or as light as you want. Okay? Now, you could just stop right there and just leave it on the apples of your cheeks and not do anything else. Or if you are a lover of blush, you can start there and then gently swirl it up. So that's going to give you blush all the way up, and then you would just kind of go right up into that hairline and just swirl it up. That way, at the same time that you're putting it, you're blending it. Okay? And like I said, I usually just keep it on the apples of my cheeks, but you can definitely bring it all the way up to your hairline. Okay? And like I said, if you go like this, you're blending it at the same time. So you're not going to get those harsh lines, and it's going to soften it as you're putting it on. Now, next would be highlight, and that's going to be this middle pan right here, okay? And it's a really pretty subtle highlight. It's not going to be overbearing. It's the perfect starter highlight. So if you're not used to highlight and you're kind of scared of it, this will be the perfect starter for you. And highlight is preference, okay, guys? There's so many ways to put highlights. You can use a fan brush. They come in thin, thick. There's so many styles. You could go in with, let me see, let me get this one out. You can go in with something like this, which is really soft. So you can tell it's just like looks like a really soft mop. Okay, this is the brush that I tend to use because it doesn't deposit a lot and it keeps it really subtle. So you're going to go into that, tap it off, and then you're going to take it and you're going to go right above your cheekbone. So halfway between here and here is where you want to just find that natural bone that's right underneath between your eye right here and where your cheek is. That's where you're going to want to put your highlighter, and you're just going to follow the natural contour of your face. Okay? And you can see it just gives a really pretty glow. Now you don't have to use highlighter. Then you can take it down the center of your nose. You can put a little bit on your forehead if you want with the remaining product. It's all up to you. It's preference. It's whatever you want. Okay? So you can see just really pretty, really just a pretty subtle glow. Then what you can do is you can go in with the highlighter and you can go into the inner corner of your eye and pop a little bit of that right on that inner corner, okay? And that's just gonna brighten up your eye even more. Okay? So, blush, you can do just the apples, or you can do the apples and then drag it up. Blend it up, I should say. Don't drag it, blend it. And then highlight right here. So when you look sideways, just follow the angle of your cheek, and you can put as much or as little as you want. A little bit down the center of the nose. You can add it to the inner parts of your eye, and you can put a little on your chin and a little bit on your forehead, or you can go without any highlighter and not use highlighter at all. So that's the actual face. The only thing that we have left is mascara and lipstick. So you've seen how easy that was. Very easy, simple, doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of experience. It's really simple. So far we've used a primer, these two palettes, and the BB cream, okay? So we haven't used a lot of products. And again, the palettes can be used for multiple things, so it's well worth the money, and they're not that expensive. They're $18.90. If you join as a customer and don't want to sell, you can join as a customer and get 50% off those products. So these become $9 and change, you know what I mean? So this is 50%, this would be 50% off. So you could get a full face like for very reasonable cost, okay? So just remember, you don't have to sell in order to join pharmacy. You can join for the $19.99 and just utilize the discount of 50% off. As long as you spend $1 every 6 months, you can do that. So don't get intimidated when they say, oh, sign up. You can sign up and just sign up to get your 50%. You don't have to sell. So now for mascara, guys. We have a ton of mascaras. They all do a little something different. They all have different brushes. So depending on what style brush you like, what I recommend is go into the website, go on my website, go through each mascara, okay? Hit the product tab at the top of the website and go through each one. The product tab is really nice because when you do come across the product that you're looking for, it gives you a really good description of what that product will do, okay? So we have, I think, 7 or 8 now mascaras. They're all amazing. They're all good, but they all give you a little bit of a different look. My 2 favorites, okay, are Zen Mascara, which is $8.90. This is our most popular one. Deep Black is the second. I absolutely love Deep Black. It gives you intense pigment. It gives you length. It gives you definition. It gives you volume. It's just a really, really great mascara. Zen is that all over across the board, all around good mascara. This is the wand on it. It's a rubber wand, okay? And it's a little bit flat on one side and a little bit more curved on the other. It is our most popular seller, okay? And this is going to give you length, curl, definition, volume, intense pigment, great mascara, and $8.90. If you join, it's like $4.50 for that mascara. Now, very important, you should replace your mascaras every 3 months because of bacteria. You get bacteria off your eyes, you're putting that on your eyes and putting it back into that product. So every 3 months, replace your mascara. Really important, guys. We also have our 3D mascara, which gives you the look of a fiber mascara. Now, if you're familiar with mascara, maybe you're not. Fiber mascaras, usually, there's fiber mascara and there's tubing mascaras. The tubing mascara is the one that when you roll your eyes, it comes off in little tubes. And then a fiber mascara, you will see actual flakes of fibers in the mascara itself. Our 3D mascara gives you the look of a fiber mascara without the fiber. So you're not going to get the flaking and the clumping that a lot of fiber mascaras do, okay? It's going to give you length, curl, definition, volume, amazing length. It's really, really good. So if you are looking for more of a fiber-based mascara without the fallout, then you want to go with 3D. If you want an all-around good mascara that's going to do everything, Zen. If you want a more dramatic look, I would say go with Deep Black. Then we have Optimal, which is a really good all-around mascara, which is this one. And the wand on this is again, just a rubber bristle brush. Very good mascara. We have Star Look, which has a really unique wand. It's a bristle brush, and it's tapered at one end and really chunky at the back. This brush is awesome to get all those little tiny lashes that are in the very corners. And when you're doing your lower, you have to be a little bit more careful because it's so chunky here. If you're not careful or you're not used to putting mascara on, you can make a little bit of a mess because you will tend to hit your actual underneath your eye a lot with this because it is a bigger wand. You need to be more careful. So I wouldn't recommend this as a starter mascara. I would recommend Zen as our starter mascara, or maybe the 3D as the starter. And then, like I said, Deep Black is really good too because it is a little bit thinner, so you might do really well with Deep Black as a starter. But I would say Zen would be the perfect starter one. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to use Zen on one eye and 3D on the other. So I'm going to grab my mirror because I don't want to poke my eye out. So we're going to do Zen first, and we're going to put that on this eye. Now, when putting your mascara on, there's several ways you can do it. Some people like to just go up with a little bit of tension. Some like to go up and roll. So you can go up, and as you go up, you can roll it, or you can just go straight up and put a little bit of tension by just dragging it up slowly like that. And that's creating that length. Or you can do the roll method. I technically usually just go up straight and put a little bit of tension on my brush and do it that way. Now, if when you're putting mascara on, you get mascara somewhere that you don't want it to be, let it dry. Don't touch it. Let it dry completely. And then take a spoolie, okay, which is one of these. You take that and it will come right off. You just scrape it with the spoolie very gently and it comes right off. And that way you don't ruin your makeup look. If you start to try to take wet mascara off, I guarantee you are going to smudge it and ruin your eye look. So just leave it. Let it dry, go to the other eye, do your other eye, and then come back. So again, I use the flatter side of this brush first, and then I go in with the rounder side, and I start to build up the curl on my lashes. And everybody makes faces when they put mascara on, so don't worry about it. Make as many faces as you need. It comes with the territory. Okay. Now this is one coat, and I consider it one coat because I did not dip back into the product. I'm still using the same amount that I used at the beginning. I did not dip back in. So I consider this one coat. Now, could you go in with a second coat? Absolutely you could, and make this even more intense looking. But I usually go with one coat. I just find that it's more than enough for me. So now you're going to go into your bottom lash. Now, you don't have to do your bottom lashes. Not everybody does bottom lashes. Some people just do the tops. I do the bottoms. So you're going to take that brush. You're going to look down in your mirror. And you're just going to do the same thing, only now you're going to drag down instead of up, obviously. You can also take the brush and wiggle it across the lashes, and that will also help to bring out your lashes. Make them longer, it'll separate them, and then you can see where you need to add more product. Okay, and you can put as much or as little as you want. Okay. Okay, so that's Zen. Really great starter mascara, $8.90, okay? That is my choice for you if you're just beginning. I would go with Zen. Now, if you want to try the 3D and you always wanted to try a fiber mascara, then you can try this one. So we're going to put that on this eye. And like I said, the wand is a lot bigger, it's longer. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to I start at the outer corners and work my way in. So I'll start with the brush in my hand, like you see this way, to do the outer lashes, outer corner. And then now as I'm going towards, I'm going to switch and I'm going to put the brush the opposite direction so that I can get the lashes on the inner corner of my eye. Because if I didn't turn the brush around, it's going to be very awkward to get those inner corner lashes. If I'm over here, I'm not going to get that without getting mascara all down the bridge of my nose, because the wand is going to hit your nose, the bridge of your nose, so you have to switch sides. And then you just take your time, take your time. Don't rush mascara, especially if you're not used to doing it. One thing, you don't want to get it in your eye. You don't want to poke yourself because it hurts, it burns. So you don't want to go all willy-nilly if you're not used to mascara. Okay. So once you put that on and you get everything separated the way you want, you can now leave it that way, or if you want, you can just run it across the tips, and that will give you a little bit more of a dramatic look, because it will make the tips of those lashes a little bit thicker. So it will give you more of a dramatic look, or you can just leave it be and let it be more of a natural look. Okay, so that's 3D. Then I dip back in one more time to do the bottom lashes. And I usually just go back and forth with the end of the mascara wand and build up. And I'm going to put a little spot there purposely of mascara so that I can show you how you can get rid of that without making a mess. All right. I will show you with the spoolie. Okay, so you can see I got a little dot right there, okay? And now I'm gonna let it dry so I can show you guys how to take it off without making a mess. Okay, so you've got a dot, you're gonna let it dry. Let it dry. It doesn't matter if the other eye's done already, you still just wanna wait a second, okay? And let it dry. Then, once it's dry, which it's not yet, so we're not gonna do it yet. Once it's dry, you're gonna take that spoolie and that's gonna come off. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to dry, because I want to show you that this really does work, we're gonna go in with lips now. You can use any lip product you want. Now you could go in with just a everyday lip conditioner. We have lip conditioner, we have lip plumper. So you could go in with just the lip plumper, which is a very mild minty tingle to your lips. It plumps them up a little bit. So you could go in with that. You could go in with just a chapstick. So you have this option, which is the lip plumper. Okay, so it's clear. It goes on clear, minty, just really nice. It hydrates your lips. Okay, so you could leave it like that and just use that and finish your face like that. Or you could go in with one of the liquid matte lipsticks. You could go in with any of regular lipsticks. It's totally up to you. You can use lip liner. You can go without lip liner. I personally don't use lip liner a lot unless I'm using a certain color. Then I go in just because I'm looking to ombre and to deepen a color up a little bit. But other than that, I don't normally. So it's up to you. It's preference, okay? You pick the colors you like. Now, if you have a color in our catalog that you really like, but you're like, oh, that is going to be way too dark for me, go in with Skin, okay? It looks really light in the catalog, but Skin is the perfect base because you can pair this color with any of our other lipstick products, okay? It can be used to lighten any lipstick color that you like that might be a little too dark for you. You can mix this with that and it's going to tone it down a little bit so you still get the color that you really love in the catalog, but toned down a little bit. You can use this as a ombre. There's so many uses for this color, Skin, okay? So many uses, so I highly recommend this color. You can do beautiful, beautiful lipstick combos with this. Today, I think I'm just going to go in with, let's see. I think I'm gonna go in with 206. I love this color. It's just really pretty. But actually, I just used that, didn't I? I did. Let me see. Let me go in with a different color because I just used it in the last video. So, let's see. Let's go in with, I think we're going to go in with this one. I'm going to go in with 205. Oh, excuse me, I'm itchy. Oh, we can go and fix this now. All right, so you see that little black spot? Take your spoolie and gently just go over, and it comes right off. Okay, see? Right off, no problem. And let me just fix this little eyelash. Okay, so easy peasy, and it doesn't matter how big of a spot it is. If you let it dry completely and go in with the spoolie, it will come off and it will not ruin your makeup. Okay, 205. This is a liquid matte lipstick. Difference between liquid mattes and regular lipsticks. These are long lasting. They dry down to a matte. They are not drying on your lips. They do not crumble. So if you are looking for a lip product that will stay on your lips for several hours through eating and drinking, you want to go with a liquid matte lipstick. If you're looking for something more moisturizing, you can go with any of our regular lipsticks. You will need to reapply them more often because they're more emollient, but they are all beautiful. Then we also have a BB matte lipstick, which is going to give you a beautiful matte finish, but in a much creamier, more hydrating form. So it's totally preference. It's whatever you prefer. I love liquid matte lipsticks because I can put them on and I don't have to worry about touching them up. That's why I like them. But I also use our regular lipsticks. I love our lip plumper on its own. I love our lip conditioner on its own. So it just depends on what I'm wearing, what makeup look I'm going with. But our liquid matte lipsticks are amazing. So let's say that's what you want to use. If you do have the lip plumper on beforehand, you do want to blend it in. Okay? And just take your finger and blend it in. Then you're going to take out your wand. Now you can see it's a doe foot applicator and it is angled and tapered, which is beautiful because you can get into the cupid's bow of your lips in the corners, and it's very, very easy to do so. So I am going to use my mirror to put this on. What I normally do is I'll start in the center of my lips and I work my way out. And you just want to follow the natural lip line. Now you can take the point and go right on the outer edge of your lip, and that's going to give you a really nice, clean, crisp line. And if you go out of the line or you smudge a little, just take your finger and wipe it off before it dries. And then you do want to be conscious of making sure that you're getting product on the inner part of your lip. So then what I do is I flip the brush around like this, and I go like that, and I make sure that I have product on the inside of my lip. Then I will dunk back in, drag it a little bit so you get any excess product off your brush. And then you're going to go in with the tapered part up, and you're going to start doing your top lip. So start in the middle, make a little line, and then you're going to take it and follow your natural lip line. Now, if you want to make your cupid's bow larger or you want to make your lips look bigger, you can take a lip liner and actually draw a higher lip line and then fill it in with your lip product. Okay? So I just followed the natural line, and then I took the flat part of the brush, the doe foot, and I just bring it around, and that fills in. And then it can go up and put it right into that cupid's bow. Again, dip in, excess off, and follow the natural lip line. Pat your lips together. And that's it. Now, if the line looks a little harsh, like right here, that's a little bit harsher than I want, take your finger and just pat down. And that will smooth out any harsh line. Now, if you wanted to, you could go in with your finger and blend it out a little bit if you wanted to, but I don't feel the need to. You could also do the tap method where you just go in and tap. Okay. And that's a really good method if you're trying to ombre. You can go in and just tap your lips. Okay. With the second color, and that will help to ombre. Keep this color on the outside. Take a little bit on your finger and just tap it in the middle of your lips, and that will ombre it out. It'll give you a highlight. You could go in with a highlighter and just put a little bit right in the center. There's millions of ways to do lip look. So, but that's one product, easy. You just have to have a steady hand. Don't be nervous. Just go in, take your time. Take your time, line it with the, take the brush and go slow. Use that tapered end to give yourself a nice crisp line, and then take the bigger part, the flatter part, and just use that to fill in your lips. And like I said, if you go outside the line, take a little bit with your finger and just take it off, or take a Q-tip, put a little bit of water or something on it, take it off, and then go in back with your foundation brush or whatever, and then you can always go back and just fill in any area that came off of foundation if you did that. So you can fix it. It's easy enough just to fix whatever foundation comes off if you have to fix up your lips. All right, guys, so that is the finished look. I hope this helps you out a little bit as far as if you are just getting used to makeup. I hope this was informative and kind of easy to follow. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. As always, please feel free to shop for any of these items if you like them, or if you want to recreate this look. You can go to www.pharmacyus.com/Charlotte Cardoso 2 to shop my virtual online catalog. You can message me with any questions that you have. If you need help with doing tutorials or makeup application, please let me know. If you have questions on our brushes, you can message me. Any questions that you have, please reach out to me. Do not feel like you're bothering me, because you're not. I will spend as much time as you need. I can help you pick out a beautiful full face of makeup. I can help you do a skincare regimen. So just let me know and I will work with you, and we will get you some really good products to give you the type of look that you want and the type of skincare that you want. So that is it, guys. This is a long video. I know it is, but in order for me to go into detail, it has to be long. So I apologize that it's over an hour. Before I go, I wanted to just show you my new little thing that I got today. It's from Five Below, which is a store that's everything's $5 or below. And it holds all the little skinny brushes, so they stand up so you can find them really easily. See? And it was under $5. And it's just a plastic, and it has a rubber piece in there that has all little holes, and it just holds all your brushes. I am so happy. So that was my find at Five Below, and I got 2 new cups. This one says brush it off. This was $5. And the other one says makeup is my art. And I just thought they were so cute for the brushes. So that was Five Below. That was my finds there. And I got some goodies for giveaways. So yeah. So to quickly recap, guys, VFX Pro Primer, either one, purple or silver tube. Your choice of foundation, whether it be B-Fit, BB, CC, or any of our full coverage, you want to pick a foundation. Then we used our sculpting palette, which is a trio. Okay, so that would be a great choice. You can use it to contour, bronze, and eyeshadow. The other thing we used was our 3-in-1 palette, which gives you contour, highlight, and blush, and it can be used on your eyes as well for a beautiful eye color eyeshadow look. You want to get a pressed powder of the shade that is closest to you. So whatever color, pressed powder. And then a mascara of your choice. So whatever mascara you want. And then a lip color of your choice and type of lipstick. So whether it be matte liquid lip, matte BB, or a more moisturizing lipstick, whichever, and that gives you your lip choice. Brushes can be used, or sponge, whichever you prefer, brush or sponge. Like I said, one's going to give you a little bit more coverage and it's going to give you a more matte look. Sponge is going to give you a little less coverage but a more dewy look. Make sure you always wash your brushes and sponges. Keep them clean. You can use our tea tree soap, hand wash, or face wash to do your brushes. It's antibacterial. It will clean your brushes. It will kill all that bacteria. You have to keep your brushes and sponges clean, guys. Very important. Very important. Replace your mascara every 3 months. Double-ended brushes from pharmacy, $6.90. Multiple ways you can use these brushes. We also have this makeup brush. We have a couple of others. We have an eyelash curler. We have a few accessories that you can check out. And like I said, that's it. So that's the look, guys. I hope it helps you. I really do. And now make sure you enter the giveaway. So again, you have to like this video, you have to answer my questions, and you have to share my page. So you need to share the Charlotte's Cosmetics and More Facebook page to your wall, to your Facebook wall. You have to like this video, and you're going to have to answer a question that I'm going to ask you, which means you will have to have watched this video in order to answer the question. Okay? So, good luck. Have fun at doing this. Have fun at doing your makeup. And I will be back tomorrow with another video. All right, guys. Good luck. Thank you. Take care. Bye.